hello. I once again feel as though I'm forgetting something. But I might not be. I don't know. Hello. Congrats, Elder Lurker, on being first. Redeeming first. Congrats. I want to turn this music up a little, but I feel like it might get a little loud. I don't know. So yeah, I'm excited. This is... Wait, it's getting really chaotic. I just picked like classical music because it was old. I just skip forward. It's so loud. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up the game because it has its own music. Yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully it's good. I can't remember if it's... Pause. I can't remember if it's like a mystery or if it's like kind of romantic. I don't know. But I'm excited. Either way, it will be something new for us to figure out. Let's turn on the fireplace. Should be good, and then we'll start up the game. I feel bad because I'm streaming quite late today, but I'm a bit a bit under the weather. A bit, just a bit. That's all right. I hope everyone's staying warm and doing well today. I do. I genuinely cannot remember if, okay. Genuinely cannot remember if this is like kind of romantic or if it's just like purely mystery or like kind of horror themed. I don't know. But it's good enough for me. It seems romantic to me. If it's phantom themed, it's kind of phantom coded. Like, I think there's like a spooky masked figure, and obviously it's like roses. So I don't know. I'm in for it. I didn't read too much about it, nor have I think I've seen one trailer, but I have no recollection of what it's like. Okay. So we might just jump in right now. I'm gonna turn on the sound of my headphones a little bit because it's a little bit loud, but please let me know if I need to turn the game volume up, because I totally can. It's very loud in my ears, but I don't think it's loud in your ears. I might turn it down a bit more, like here. I just feel as though I'm gonna get jump scared now. Okay, turn it up a little bit. So maybe it's gonna be a little bit better. Or no, let me check again. I don't know, I don't want to blow everyone away with the volume. I struggle so much with trying to make everything even. But yeah, I guess we'll just jump in. We'll just start. Oh. Your first foray into Mask of the Rose is unlikely to end as happily as you might hope. Never mind. Savor your successes. Delight in your disasters. Try again, wiser in the ways of the Neath. The city is thick with secrets, but they can't hide from you. I have no idea what's happening so far. Maybe it is a mystery. Perhaps. In February 1862, with no warning at all, London fell to the surface of the earth. Hello? Like, literally? Or... This is meant to be a year of progress and industry. The Great Exposition. Trams, a new sewer system. Instead, we find ourselves dwelling in a cave. Okay, so literally. It's October now. The fires have been put out. The bodies have been buried. But the future remains unimaginable. The time before, impossibly distant. Oh! The past? Who are you? Wait, I get to pick who I was? Or am? It's the past. Okay, so was. Wait, who will I be now then? A dock worker's child. My father worked on the docks, unloading ships. My uncle was a sailor. We were on the right side of the law. But the same couldn't always be said for our friends. The docks are allied with the working class and with criminals. So that's like balance of both, right? Child of the gentry. Family had an estate on the surface. My father was a magistrate. All that is unreachable now. Of course. I had the bad fortune to be in London during the fall, and now there's no going back. But I do have a few connections here. The landed gentry, hobnob in high society, and with the constabulary. Wow, it's a hard word. Or maybe I'm just dumb. A tailor? Ooh, a tailor sounds nice. My family kept a tailoring shop with aspirations. We dressed our customers better than we dressed ourselves. Shopkeepers have contracts with society, but their own origins are more humble. They may also have some contracts among the artistically inclined. I want to be the artistically inclined, though. This one's locked. A housebreaker's child? I don't know what that is. Undertaker? I want to be an undertaker. Arcane academic? Okay. I guess I'm gonna go with a tailor just because I like being close to the artistically inclined. And also sewing. Sewing, that's nice. Down here, your name is whatever you say it is. Often there's no one left to remember who you used to be. Some people hold tight to the names they carried before. Some reinvent themselves completely. I prefer strangers to address me as Madame, Mademoiselle, Miss, Madame, Sir, my Lord, my Lady. That's me. Though my friends call me... Can I not type? Nor. Nor. Yep, that's me. Good old Lady Nor. Adelaide. Can I type it? I can. Lottie. My Lady Lottie. Perfect. M'lady. I will take all of the hats tipping to me. Hello, Enro. That suits me. That's me. Lottie to my friends, my lady to strangers. Me, a tailor. Hello, how are you? Ooh, that's how I was addressed even before London fell. I'm a different person down here than I was before. Down here, I'm finally able to use a name that always fit me. Well, if I used to be a tailor, then I want to be something completely different now. I think. You're okay? That's good. It's lovely to see you. I'm doing alright. My throat is quite sore, so I'm on my second cup of tea today. Trying to hydrate lots, and I've got some gum, so we will get through this. I probably should have cough drops as well, but they leave a nasty residue on my teeth and I don't like that. Nice to catch a stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I think it's just like one of those days because it's been quite rainy and yucky. So yeah, please let me know if I need to turn up the background music because I have it down quite a bit, but I'm trying. I'm just gonna say I'm different than who I was before. I always overthink these like multiple choice answers. Ooh. Which one looks like me? Why does he look like he has wings? This one's quite nice. That one is quite nice. Though this one does have flowers. This one's more regal, I think. Yeah, I'll go with this one. She looks kind of young and regal. Music is okay, you think? Okay, good. Underneath, a true ally means everything. When I find people to be close to, I am open to. Oh, multiple choice. When I find people to be close to, I'm open to friendship and no romantic emotions or physical intimacy. Friendship and physical intimacy, but no romantic emotions. Oh boy. Friendship and romantic emotions, but no physical. There's no one fits all. Whatever comes my way. This is about to be me. Because sometimes you could make a friend and it could turn into more. That's like the best type. Or an enemies to lovers. So I'm gonna go with whatever comes my way. I'll be looking for both romantic feelings and a physical connection. Yes. Friendship and matchmaking are possible too, of course. Exactly. My name and title. My past as a tailor. Heart's desire is apparently passionate romance. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with this, yes. D. All of the above. I want everything. Right now, I'm meant to be helping with the census, finding out who still lives in my neighborhood. The first census results are due tomorrow. If I turn them in, I get paid the first money to come my way in nearly 2 months. What am I waiting for? If I don't, I'm going to disappoint Grizz badly. Who's that? She knew I was in trouble, so she went out of her way to find me work with her own employers. She even gave me a badge to show my affiliation. Ooh. Badge of the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting. The front of the badge looks almost like a constable's badge with the lion and unicorn blazoned on it. The back of the badge has some kind of symbol I don't recognize. Hot to the touch. Interesting. I keep it with the clothes I have from before the fall, and a few odd items I found more recently. Outfit time? Yes, please. Oh god. Not a very sophisticated look, not much of a look at all. So I don't have any hats. Nothing for my face. It must be like the Twitch equivalent of a VIP badge. Like, kind of, I suppose. Lapel? Oh, I want to wear the rose. Fake but vibrant corsage. The most obvious thing about this flower is that it is extremely fake. Perfect for going out on the town, boasting and gallivanting. Am I supposed to wear this? I don't want to wear it. It's extremely fake, by the way. They're like, why don't they just tell me it's fugly while they're at it? Woohoo! What an ugly outfit. Help. Hopefully, like, that doesn't count or anything. From here you may... Welcome to your attic. Slay! From here you may explore the city, recall the past, change your outfit, and more as the story unfolds. The game will save each time you return here, indicated by this notification. Little. Paper's falling. Caught it. Can I do anything in here? No? Okay. It's evening. Oh god. What? Boarding house? Sure. Chapman's boarding house. Home. Host a visitor before bed. Oh, I was hoping that would be me. Something to- Whoa, 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 whoa! Suppose I should be glad you're there. Why are we talking so fast? I missed everything she said. Hello? What the fuck? Autoplay? Disable, because what the fuck? I just missed everything she said. Okay. React to when not listening for 10 seconds in math class. Back then, and there's like 10 new slides. Literally. It's like, oh yeah, I've done this. I'm all caught up, and then you realize you're like 3 problems ahead. I've done that before. I react to that the way I react to many things these days. Turned into a joke. Me! Dare to name the frightening things out there and lie. I'm gonna joke about it. As I have no clue what she said. I thought I'd wait for a change in the weather. Me, Grizz. A lovely snow, perhaps? There's no sunshine down here. There are no yellow pea soup fogs. There's no rain, except occasionally a fine mist. Londoners lost half our topics of conversation when we fell. Come tomorrow evening, we need to have at least a few census forms filled out. Or I'm going to be the one explaining to Mr. Pages. And if that happens, I'm not going to help you with your employment prospects again. Whoa, lady, okay. Grizz works for the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting. It seems to agree with her. She wears trousers to work and comes home at all hours. Goodness, what a lady. A wild lady. It's very important to her being taken seriously by these employers. The next thing I do is characteristic 2. Compliment her, reassert control, be open and build trust, rely on dark humor. I'm not gonna reassert control because I'm not doing my job, so... And I feel like complimenting her would be like kissing ass. Why would I do that? I shall be open. I'm sorry. To be frank, I didn't like the look of the city today. Too many dark alleys. I promise to see we have something to turn in. You still have some time tomorrow. She gives me a hard look. As though she could stuff some integrity into a person just by glaring hard enough. Sorry. The R connected to the I, and my eyes are bad. What do you think of the questions? They're written in the most peculiar, spiked handwriting, and there are punctures in the paper in random spots. Tease her as though I think that's her handwriting. Jokingly defend my reading ability. Admit I hadn't read them. I don't really understand. Jokingly defend my reading ability? I don't want to insult her. And I don't want to seem like I'm slacking. We're just gonna go with the middle, see what happens. Are you saying you don't think I can read? This is not the unusual writing. The usual writing. God, I need my glasses. Where are my glasses? Help! Here, try the questions on me. Say you've just knocked on the door, and I have come to answer it. Whoa. Yes? What do you want? Oh no. Introduce myself as an agent of the ministry showing my badge. Read out the first question. Well, this one has a little rose, so I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do since I have my badge on. Good evening. On behalf of the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting, I have a few questions. Oh, how lovely. I feel like that was more sarcastic. With her saying like that. Like, oh, how lovely. Read out the first question. Do you accept cookies? Like, yeah, it's like... It's not very forthcoming with what the question would be, so I have no idea if it's like... How many people are you living with? What do you make as an annual per year? It could be very personal, you know? As like a first time meeting someone. I'm so grateful these ministries are looking after us. Again, I can't tell if that's sarcasm or if it's, you know, truth. Straightforwardly accept her performance, sarcastically accept, flirtatiously riff on how excellent the ministry is. We're acting. We're acting. Why would I flirt? That's like bad job mannerisms. I'm not really sure of the first one. What if I just read out the first question? How many people live in this establishment? Literally. Oh my god, I just called that. It was so blunt. I knew it. Is that a word? Establishmentation? Wow, I totally didn't read that. Straight to the point. You gotta be. Gotta be. My superiors are enthusiastic embellishers of the language. If you like, you can translate into questions that are more likely to be understood. Right. How many people live in this establishment? 4. The landlady, Miss Horatia Chapman, a young man named Archibald Reed, myself, and the 4th character, very disreputable. Suggest that she might not be the picture of respectability herself. Joke that she's not counting the vermin. Build trust. We build trust. I'm not a secretive person, Grizz. If I seem disreputable, you only have to ask about it. Yes, maybe. But then you might expect me to answer any of your questions. Psst, 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 trust me. Psst, 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 like she's a cat. You will trust me. I'm trying to find where model is. Move myself up a bit. Linger over the census in order to keep chatting with Grizz? I've learned enough. I've learned enough. I'm good. I read the remaining questions over quickly, enough to prove Grizz I know what I'm doing. Oh, she gave me a side smirk. How cute. I think I've convinced her I won't do too badly. At this moment, a second visitor walks in. Oh. Archie is a medical student. He hadn't finished his training before the fall, but he has plenty of work now. Right after the fall, it was broken bones and cuts. Lately, there are fewer wounds and more diseases. Well, that's just great. Oh, he blinks! Did she blink? Am I crazy? Am I not seeing it? No, only he's blinking. I wondered where you are. Greet Archie flirtatiously? Ask Archie, what do you want? What do you want? I'm busy with Grizz. I want the mystery character. I don't want... This is like the Rao of Phantom. And she's like the Meg. Let's just say that in Phantom sense. She just blinked. Oh, did she? I'm gonna stare at her. Wait, I think we blinked at the same time. Hold on. Okay, you're right. She did blink. Boy, I'm working here. Staring contest. I literally did. I blinked the same time she did. I don't want to flirt with him because that might change the storyline. I don't know. What do you want? What are you looking for? That's a much nicer way. There's something that needs explaining. Out I went this morning to visit a patient. And what do I find pasted up on the wall? He holds up a broadsheet. He's definitely Irish. But I'm not going to start doing an Irish accent because I just know I'm going to butcher it. There's a new decree from the Ministry of Cartography. God, what is cartography? I used to know. And chirography, that all maps and atlases are to be surrendered on or put on the fire. Wait, why are we burning maps and globes? It's your folk making these rules, Grizz. Who's her folk? Promise Grizz that we can be trusted with whatever she knows. Suggest Archie leave this topic alone. Stable office. I want to know more, so she can trust us. You can tell us we're trustworthy. I'm even working for the ministry. You have yet to actually do anything for the ministry. Fuck. No! I have the badge, and I've been trained. Will you be asking your minister pages about these maps? The Ministry of Chirography and Cartography is new. I don't think that existed yesterday. Anyway, she just said that, girl, it's time to give back the maps. I know, she's one talking. Let her draw her own conclusions. Sure. Very well. I'll see what I can find out about this. But it might take some time. Lottie, please do collect at least a few census forms by tomorrow from whatever Londoners you are able to find. At the end of the day, I'll find you and we can take them to Mr. Page's together. Okay. New goal. Deliver a filled census form to Page's. Pages is a person. Why would they name them Pages? But okay, that's fine. Do you know what I miss the most? Bro's taking up all my time. Why? Go on, man. Fill out the ting for me yet? Look, we don't need any more confusing dialogue. Back home, my sister's hair turned color when it rained, blonde, to a wet plastered brown. Like a mad hen, she looked. Turn the subject to the senses, check on how he's feeling, say farewell. Why is he telling me about his sister and pollution in the water? In the atmosphere? Are you feeling okay, dude? How are you holding up? Worse than Grizz. I will not lie. Seems there's no road out of here. Food from the masters is a wee reprieve. But when you think of all else that might kill us below, scurvy and the like, bro is so negative. Oh my gosh. A great hulking rock fell on a house in south of Wark. Did the roof in and near to killed the whole household. Well, that's awful. Trauma dumping is not on the map. Literally, Mance is a walking news source. But I'd be quiet. Likely to give you nightmares too, and I'm fair out of laudanum to help with the sleep. Oh no, that's old, like druggy medicine. Hello, General. Welcome. Yeah, let's turn it here. Maybe he can fill out some stuff too. Grizz has me gathering census pages for the ministry, as if he didn't just hear that. Grizz told me it was some such thing. Simply ask about his romantic commitments. I really don't care. Show some doubt. Continued being quite open. Ooh, this one has a rose. I'm gonna do it. I don't... Oh. Are you truly free of romantic commitments from before the fall? You've never befriended an especially promising patient? Sniffer, sniffer. You kindly smell like some freshly brewed tea. And London fog. Ha 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 ha. Sniffer. I don't know why showing doubt is like, yeah, let's ask about his relationships. I don't know. You must have had your share of opportunities. Down here, there's no one. What about before February? There was a lass back home, and what did me mother do but to promise me to her? Arranged marriage. Encourage him to go on. Suggest you might prefer local or Go on. Give us the tea. That sounds like a tale. What happened? It's not so uncommon, I think. Me mother was friends with this lass's parents. They were getting on in years, and her not married. And of course, the whole village knew her business. Horrible. So they said she was a spinster. So my mother said she'd fix it up between us next time I were home. But I had not been back since. Seemed to me I ought to wait till I finished with my studies. Might have a better look to it. Okay. Question has stirred recollections he's not considered for a time. Is it bad to say I've not much thought of her since? She has very even teeth. He likes her straight teeth. My mother said overlapping teeth in a woman mean defiance, and gaps mean a light skirt. Okay. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna laugh at that. Heh. There's stranger theories I heard in the medieval lecture hall. And plenty of constables who thought we'd catch the criminals that road. I don't want to flirt with you. I'm done. I want to go investigate. I want to see the creepiness. Bye. If I'd met the like of you in Scotland, I might not have come to London. What? Is that a compliment? I can't tell if he's hitting on me or like he really doesn't like me, so he probably wouldn't have come here. At least Jap got a smirk now. True. Encourage him. Discourage this line overtly. Decide to court Archie. I don't want him. I have only platonic intention. What if I encourage him and then I try to date somebody else? What if I don't meet anyone else good and I just ruin my chances? I don't know. We'll go with this one. The thought hits me, but I don't show it. Okay, okay, we back away silently. Keep track of everything in my journal. What conversations I've had, the plans I've made, how I'm feeling about other people. Sure, I don't really want to review the day, but I will. Pennies, census pages. It's evening. Wow, that's so much. Oh. Okay, Grizz Harjeet. He's a constable. Horatio. Hello, Josh. How are you? How are you? Thank you for the head pats. 260 days since the fall. 13 days remain in the season of confessions. So I have to get a lot of confessions from people. Where? Hold on. I'm gonna look. Because where is my masked figure? Who's getting... Where are they? Okay, it says a marvelous... Oh, okay. A marvelous romance with a hint of murder where every playthrough is different. Seek love, friendship, or more. Intimate encounters. Help a murdered man find justice. And watch out for the bats. Yeah, there is a creepy figure in here. When do I meet them? Hello? The newspapers aren't what they used to be, but someone is still printing broadsheets these days. The headlines today read, Ferret's Menace Eradication seeks reliable employees unafraid of rats. I'll do it. I'll do it. A little squeak squeak isn't too bad. Relive the fall of London. This will not cause time to pass. Okay. Let's see what happened. Oh my god. I'm always reliving London's last night on the surface. I try to put it out of my head, but it's still there. The dimming of the sun at 3 in the afternoon. The sky turning the color of rust. The horrible bang and the cloud of dust from the direction of Westminster. The tolling of the bells. The horseman who rode down the street, liveried in the garb of the palace, shouting, "Normal day in London." In Her Majesty's name, go indoors. And then the sky was full of bats. More bats than I thought could exist in the world. Wheeling, shrieking, defecating. People went indoors then, if they'd ignored the criers. Those that had no house crowded in the churches and under the bridges. Even now I don't understand why Parliament collapsed, how Her Majesty knew to send criers, that so many bats could exist in the world. This looks like the end of the world, so I'm very confused. The palace has been shuttered since that day the royal family do not emerge. Surely if they had known this was coming, they would have departed London. It was only the city that fell. The rest of England, we assume, remains above. What the what? Why? You again. I reckon it's a tornado. I've heard of summit similar in the Welsh Hills back to 1760. Nay light in the sky, and a noise like a thunderclap. That's no tornado, love. It's a plague of Egypt. Hello? I let them talk. I intervened before they annoyed one another. I sent a pleading look at Grizz. I feel like they might start fighting, so I'll step in. I'll be nice. The newspapers will tell us in the morning what it was. Leastwise, it'll make a good story for the letters home. Glasgow will be envious of our London fashions. Then the ground shook again. I believe we can blame Mr. Bazalgette's excavations digging about under London, causing a seismic disturbance. And what did he find down there but a cave of 3 million bats? Is that what you reckon? There are stranger things beneath London. That was the beginning of it, but we were down there for hours and hours. The sky darkened, and it didn't return to normal. Once around midnight, Grizz went upstairs and opened the door to the street, but she came right back down again. She said the cobbles were galloping about. It wasn't safe to walk outside. After that first bit, the memories collide and get confused. I have trouble keeping track of which came first and which came later, and whether I'm imagining something. I spend a lot of days like this, thinking back, trying to piece together bits of the puzzle. As if I could realize something that would make sense of it all. Is this secretly vampire coded? Adjust your current outfit. Venture out to London. Well, I have no reason staying here. Is this like the papers that I'm collecting? Let's head outside. There's an exclamation mark at the boarding house, which is where I'm at, I think, but let's do the Thrall Street. Take the census with Harjeet. It's worth it to be mindful of how others will perceive me, what role I play, what I can and cannot say. It's constrained by my clothes. Well, you don't give me any other options. I have a smock and a pin, and I thought I'm supposed to wear this pin. This was true before the fall, but it's even truer now. Names, identities, and relationships have all become so unsteady and unreliable. Harjeet admires duty, but does not always care for the ministry. It's hard to say what impression the badge makes on him. I should change. right? Let's just, yeah, let's, oh. We're someone new now, right? So we just, I guess that's us. I don't have outfits, so we're just gonna go about. That's fucking ugly is what the impression will make. See, I thought I'm supposed to wear my badge to interview everyone, so I don't know. I'm satisfied. This is fine. We'll learn from it. The streets outside Mrs. Chapman's are not easy. Thanks to my family history, I do know where to find the nearest market that specializes in clothing. Do I? Where is it? Hogs Lane Market. Likely just a corruption of Hogs Lane, but I'll keep my pet pig on a leash all the same. Whenever I need to find more of them, it's Harji who helps me. This is literally Nadir from Phantom. This is so Phantom coded. Like, it is, but it's not at the same time. I have something for you if you want it. He produces a nearly new Admiral's hat in perfectly good condition. Oh, hell yeah, I got a hat. I found it near the docks. No sign of the owner, and I can't wear it myself. I thought someone at Mrs. Chapman's might get use out of it. Perhaps Lady Griselda. It's a tragic name. Admiral's hat, trimmed with gold braid. It makes a person look like a respectable representative of the Navy. Wearing it gives me a commanding, if slightly curmudgeonly presence. Clothes make an impression on other people when I wear them. If I look down and read, is it making my eyes close? I'm thinking it does. My eyes are like closing, I guess, when I read. Oops. Oops. I have the feeling this particular hat would make a bit gruff and commanding. Put the hat on my head. Lose the lapel and flower. Consider what to say. I really don't know how to play this out. He's giving me the hat. Why'd I put it right on and talk to him? Lose the lapel and flower? It makes me think of flirtatious and dramatic things to say. No one wears something like this unless they want to make an impression, after all. Okay, well, we're putting the hat on now. Thank him, mutter ungraciously, influenced by the hat, take the hat off again, try on the lapel flower. Okay, well, I don't want to flirt with him, so I'll just thank him. Oh, thank you kindly. You could have got a penny or two for it by selling it onto the second-hand clothes merchant. He does not comment on this. Explain that I'm working for the Ministry on the Census. Establish my authority with the census. Simply state that I have questions. Like, I think he's a constable, so I don't know like how they clash. So I'll just ask some questions maybe. I wanted to ask you a few things. He looks unsatisfied by that explanation. They're not difficult questions. He looks out of sorts. London was determined to collect everyone's name even before the fall. Ask whether his answers have changed. Agree it's a peculiarity of the English. Say the information is needed for planning. We'll be a little sleazy. The idea is to find out how many mouths need feeding. A list like that is never put to only one use, but never mind. You do not have to explain yourself to me. Not while I'm wearing this uniform, at any rate. What do you wish to know? Simply ask about his household, use the question as a chance to flirt. No. Do you live alone? I live alone for the moment. I recognize an evasion. He's not usually the kind of person who would tell me bluntly to mind my own business. But he won't say more than he thinks I have reason to know. Still, that's enough information for the purposes of the census. Sweet. I don't really have a choice, so... Romantic connections it is. Are you married or otherwise connected? I have met matchmakers before, but not in London. Are all practitioners here equally unstable? Rude. I don't want to demand him to tell me. Promise to repay frankness somehow in the future? Stand closer to him. Ask again. Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. I'll owe you a favor if you tell me. Whatever you wish to collect. I've learned not to be hasty with my trust. I write deliberately evasive. For a moment, no one speaks. Ask how neighborhood is doing. Ask him about new destination. Well, ask how the neighborhood's doing. How's that? All well on the streets? Every day I can walk a little further without getting lost, but sometimes I lose a place again. Do you recall the second-hand clothes man who used to be around the corner? Yeah, let's reminisce. Seems nice. Once I found them selling a piece that my mother had made. I recognized her design work at once. Must have passed from owner to servant, from servant to the second-hand shop. A worthy tour. At first I thought the shop was destroyed, but it's moved 2 streets away now, the whole building. Ask how that is possible. Calmly accept that a shop in our neighborhood removed locations, riff on the amusing implications, react as though he can't be serious. He can't be serious. Ha! That's all. Just ha! Time I continued my rounds. Doesn't help to watch the same place for too long. Decide to court him. I only have platonic intentions. My opinion remains to be seen. Platonic. My face betrays my feelings. Judging by the clock, I can afford one more errand today before supper. Sweet. The market? Although I don't have any money, so is this a waste? Look for census filling shoppers? Filling? Look into the shopkeeper's goods for sale. Well, I don't have any money, so that's not gonna work. Shopkeepers. What are shoppers, maybe? Do I keep my commanding hat, or do I put my badge back on? I guess I'll just wear it. You're looking well. flirt with the lady. Admit how much the fall still frightens me. Come straight to the point. I'll be honest. I still think about the fall very frequently. I see it over again, as though it were something that could have happened a second time. I just like how the game has options to just flirt with everyone. Me too. I'm waiting for the... Ooh, I like these. I'm waiting for the one that I saw in the like... the thing, but now I'm worried that he might be the one that has been murdered. Or is the murderer. We just haven't gotten there yet, so I'm just trying to do the duties. I don't want to ruin my chance here. What was happening? Or as though we could have it over again in reverse, a violent birth back to the surface. I go on for some time, make no effort to hide how frightening the whole business was. Description becomes more frank as I go on. Aye. All the fats in the fire? It seems I've caused just as much distress as I experienced myself. Oh no, I'm triggering her. Lady's in no mood to offer any stories of her own. Let's do the ministry. I don't have my badge with me, but I'm collecting census information. Fuck. That's right, I don't have my badge on me. Lady looks faintly mutinous. Simply ask her full name. Try to establish some trust. Yeah, let's do that. We kinda just traumatized her. I favor the lady with the brief sketch of my own upbringing and family tree. It's Phoebe. Riley, Irish, as you might guess. The Phoebe was my father's idea, or so I'm told he was a schoolmaster on his better days. Yeah, how'd you come to be here? The same way as most of us that left in bad times. Took a ship to Liverpool first, and did what work I could to get there. And then when I'd saved up and learned a little, came to London to look for a better fortune. I think I did just try to establish some trust, but I'm gonna ask her anyway. What sort of household are you in? For a few years now, I've been a maid in the household of David Landell and his sister Rachel. Before the fall, there were more of us working there, as you might expect. But with things as they are, I'm having to do more of the work. It's not a house meant for one servant, I can tell you that. Ask why not, laugh, pungently condemn her employer, decide what relationship I want. I don't know, why not? What do you mean by that? It needs its own cook, doesn't it? And a girl to help with laundry and the washing up. I do my possible in the kitchen, but fancy courses for company are too much. Not least when all there is to cook with is a pot of mushrooms and some dried biscuits passed out by the masters. Yeah, what's going on romantically here? Are you married or otherwise connected? I'm not married. It's not easy when you're in service. The household might not like you having gentlemen callers. There. There's a short silence. Flirt, finish the conversation. Finished. Have a good afternoon. Should take myself off. I don't know if I'd say it like that, but that's fine. My opinion remains to be seen. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock her all the way off. I should have done that for Grizz too. Grizz is cute. Nearly time for supper. Let's like not wear a hat. Wear our rose maybe for dinner. And I guess that's it. Okay, it's saving. Ooh. It's fake, by the way. Yeah, my totally not fake rose. My corsage. Okay, so this highlighted, I think, is to change. This is... the fuck? Oh, go down to supper. Ooh. Grizz is waiting for me. M'lady. Hello, ma'am. Whatever census forms you have ready, it is time to take them to Mr. Pages. I have 3 whole pages. Sam, ready? Ask if we couldn't have supper instead. I mean, business is business, but also can we eat? Now? I'm famished. Mr. Pages has been expecting these all day. He is eager to see what you've made of the collection. Once I've shown you how to reach the ministry, you can come back on your own and turn in others. Grizz has me gather my papers. With luck, Mr. Pages will decide to keep you on. With even more luck, he won't mind being asked about the ministry of chirography and cartography. Chirography or chirography? With that, she leads me outside and down a side street that is no longer named. Yes, Grizz wants dessert at the very last, the protagonist. What kind of dessert are we talking about? The way to the bazaar. 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 I always have trouble with that word. Is much longer than a straight line. First left, then right, then back again, and again.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, darling. That was like the worst hello, darling in a while. It's so crackly. My poor throat. Like trimming an evening gown, it's going to a bother for the bother's own sake. I do not ask Grizz whether the masters require us to approach this way, or whether it is her own virtualistic embellishment. Finally, we find ourselves standing in its shadow under its walls. Before us is a low door that once I think belonged to a solicitor's office. Grizz takes out a key, made of something other than metal, and unlocks the door. It's the London fog. It is very foggy. Tis is drying my throat out. Mind the pile of papers. I've already sorted them 3 times. Mr. Pages is very particular. Wait, I think I see the background. Mr. Pages is very particular about the ordering of documents. Now, where has he gone? Usually he's here by this time of day. There he is. Nerd. My, Mr. Pages. How is this not normal? Hello? Or how is this normal? Sorry, I'm too taken up at what's happening. I expected some cranky lad, now here's a Dark Souls boss, see? He lurks in the shadows. This is like the Phantom-esque figure. Ah, there you are, sir. We were just coming to bring you the census documents. A first installment of many, I'm sure. There's a tone in her voice, somewhere between fondness and a nanny guiding an untutored child. Ignore the mood between them? Don't. I don't know what's going on here, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Mr. Pages, may I present Lottie? Yes, do present me. Lottie, this is Mr. Pages. Yeah, I gathered that. The whole Ministry of Accounting and Recounting is under his direction. Acknowledge the introduction, express gratitude for the job, stand back, and make no sudden moves. How do I acknowledge the introduction? Like, is that like, that's nice to meet you, blah blah blah? We're gonna do that. How do you do? Third option is very understandable. Yeah, it's a little unsettling. What's happening here? Fertilus. With a soup con of myrtilence. Sir, I have no idea what you just said. I'm gonna I'm gonna look it up because I don't wanna miss out what he said. What does this mean in ye old English, I think? It's not even old. Flirtulous, right? No, not flirtatious. Hold on, I'm struggling. Why am I not spelling this right? Fertilus. Google Dictionary is giving me furious. Why is it not giving me this word? Is this not a word? Okay, we're gonna move on. Soupcon? A very small quantity of something. Okay, so whatever the first word means, with a small quantity of myrtilence. Myrtilence. Am I not spelling these right? This word is also not coming up. Okay, we're just gonna continue on because I have no idea what he's saying. Mr. Pages has a surprisingly high voice for someone so large. No, I'm gonna ignore that. He does not. He does not. But we're gonna remember it anyway, probably, because maybe it's crucial for the storyline. I beg your pardon? Mr. Pages has been interviewing a Frenchman unhappily stranded on our shores before the fall. You can imagine how that might affect both mind and vocabulary. I mean, I guess, but what? I'm very confused. Agree that must have been challenging for Mr. Pages. Wonder whether it was challenging for the Frenchman. Request a translation. Nod sagely. Nod sagely. I want to know what that meant. I'm afraid I don't quite follow. Griselda pray transposition. I'm having a stroke out here. Pray transposition. Our meaning for the benefit of our linguistic friend. Griselda? Who the fuck is Griselda? Ah, Griselda. Okay, it's clicking now. Okay, so he's wanting Grizz to translate for me since I clearly don't speak more than English. Whenever you deem it to be confused. They call me an it. The recognition of such sentiques continues Eludius. Oh god. Oh yes, I'd be happy to. Lottie, you'll get used to Mr. Page's way of expression in time. In ye old English French combined? I'm so confused. So they're just not gonna translate for me? What have you brought us? Hand her finished census page about Archie, Harjeet, Phoebe. We'll start at the top. 1 coin? 1 penny? Ah, most inturgent. Fertility is used by... our groom department for all the fur, hair, and feathers on our characters. Fertility is a procedural tool sampling the character's mesh and growing fur at each sample on demand. The only coherent answer Google would give me? It sounds like... where's the other one? A Mirtilance? What if I look up Google Translate? Mirtilance. Why does it translate to... okay, it's French detective. Why does it translate to blueberry? What if I translate it to... wait, I need to know what it was. Fertilus, not fertility. Fertilus. It still comes out as fertilus. What if we put it for French? Nope, same thing. Playing a romance game turns into researching Old English. Like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting this, but you know, keep me on my toes, I guess. I fucking guess so. Like this, most intertriagent. It gives me a shiny penny for my trouble. It? Why are we saying it? Seems like it's for something with characters such in movies as the text on the websites also mentions Narnia stuff. Interesting. Interesting. It's newly minted and has a portrait on the back of someone who is certainly not the queen. The face on the back of the coin stares at me until the hair prickles on my neck. It reminds me of a debt owed, and I don't want to remember. My breath hitches and slows and resumes. Okay. I didn't give him all of them yet, though. Provides 7, so... I didn't give him the 3 that I had, though. I only gave him 1. We did not expect much from Archie. Oh my god. Underkahn? That is German, is that not? Grizz having already revelated that he is a lightless character. What else is there? Harjeet. Pages takes my penny payment from a jar, bringing my stash to 2. There are other coins in there, and a few things that aren't even coins. Buttons, pearls, probably false. A horse head carved from ivory or bone. He's got a trinket drawer. He's got little trinkets. We are grateful for your assistance. There are never too many papers. There is some unrevelated matter here. It will be good to discover. Do you have anything more? Yeah, I do. Well, good old Phoebe. Chases the census page eagerly and spends some time scanning it. There's under 10 in German, which means an inferior subservient person, but I don't know about under kann. Interesting. It just sounded like German. It's quite close though. Whatever it finds, it considers impressive enough to offer us 2 pennies. Ooh! So I think the more dirt we dig up on people, like the more info we can get out of them, like maybe he'll pay us more. But it is, I think, disappointed all the same. There's something it is looking for that it cannot find. She seems a very small person. More like a dog. Why is he calling her a dog? What a horrid thing to say. Oh! Would you not agree? No. You do not think she is smaller than yourself? That's not... Why does he look kind of tickled about that? I will not replicate the statement in the future. Thank you, I suppose. The business of the census is done for now. Perhaps I earned a question. Ask why maps need to be outlawed? Finish this cup. A question. Let's see. Why aren't we allowed to have maps or atlases anymore? We need them more than ever. London isn't arranged where it used to be. I believe the ministry intends to resurvey the territory. In the meantime, it wouldn't do, you know, to have people using fallacious maps. Alright, dude, tell us why you're trying to hide the Earth is round, literally. Why are you getting rid of our globes? The territory of the Neath is anti-dispossificated. I've never heard half of these words. Towards lying still. Ask what that is supposed to mean. Nod sagely. I beg your pardon? I suppose it must be a reference to the seismic activity. Perhaps there's a concern that further events will disturb the arrangement of London streets. And now I think on it, those circumstances, the existence of inaccurate maps might cause alarm. In those circumstances. Perhaps better not to create in the population an expectation of consistent layout. You know what? Reading this is making me feel like I'm reading an old book. And I'm like, I have to research each word and try to figure out how the sentences fit together. And it's making my brain hurt. It's making my brain hurt. That's enough of my official duties for the moment. Grizz accompanies me out again when it is time to go. She makes a couple of remarks about how useful this will be, though she stops short of asking me whether I'm in debt to Horatia. I haven't forgotten, though. Pay Horatia half my back rent. I only have 4 pennies. How much is 4 worth? As we make our way back to Horatia's, Grizz asks me what I think of Mr. Pages. Smash. She tries to make it sound like an idly curious question. Flatteringly commit to more work, promise to keep up with the job at least till something better comes along, more light of Page's tailoring challenges. Make light of Page's tailoring challenges. What tailoring challenges? Will be flattering. Yeah, I tell her I found him charming and pleasant. She pauses, surprised, but takes the lie at face value. No, it's not a lie. Before we go back inside the house, she reminds me. We have many more people in the neighborhood to survey for the census. You know how it's done. Now, so you can collect them and take them to Mr. Pages yourself. Ooh, we get alone time. I have other duties, and I may not always be there, but Pages is well. I am certain you won't be harmed if you visit the ministry on your own. Hello? Why would I be harmed? Decide and convinced that I have flirtatious interest in Mr. Pages. Say none of what I'm thinking. Too hungry for thoughts anyhow. I don't know if I should trust her with that though. I don't want to, because that's like, he's my employer, right? This quickly turns into a boss. An office romance. Say none of what I just feel like I shouldn't tell her that. I'll tell him that. Grizz is silent, and then she walks away. Go straight to sleep, review the day in my journal. The word anti-disbossificated doesn't exist as used, disbossificated neither. Google suggests disposition, prevailing tendency, mood, or inclination. Or the act of disposing of something. So the anti of this is being against disposing of something, but they're collecting all maps. I don't know at this point. Is this game AI generated? Let me see. Let's review journal where I can chill and look this up. Engine Unity. Developer Fail Better Games. F-A-I-L Better. It's been a while since I've been at the edge of English. It's you know, a little struggle here. There's not really anything too much about words or it being AI generated. It's just like about it. Interesting. Wild indeed. It shouldn't be too hard to get like 4 more confessions, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we've got 3 already. That's pretty good. 12 days remain in the season of confessions. That's easy peasy. Another morning, another newspaper. Archie bought one, and the headlines read, "Beware ailments caused by lack of sunlight. Cholera, scurvy, female distemper." What? Why? What am I wearing? Yeah. Let me put on my intimidating hat. Thrall Street. Ooh. A bazaar. So official. I try. Wait, I need to... Did I pay the person? It says I need to pay... Wait, go back. Save up 5 pennies. Okay, so I have to do more stuff to have 5 pennies to give them Horatia. Okay. Ask Harjeet to show me a route? No. Gotta go back. Take the census with Horatia. Take the census with Grizz. Horatia, maybe? Doesn't attend much to what I wear. Okay, then that's fine. I'm fine with this. Find Horatia in the basement taking inventory of our supplies. The night London fell, all her lodgers gathered in the cellar. Horatia led the hymns while we waited for dawn. Around 3 in the afternoon, we admitted to ourselves that there wasn't going to be a dawn today or any other day. Lottie, it's good to see you. Since the fall, we have all taken to greeting one another as invalids on the verge of death. The badge makes clear that I'm here for business, not for conversation. Explain I'm working for the ministry on the census. They've asked me to work on the census. I see. Use the question as a chance to flirt. I feel like she gives grandma vibes. No. Ask whether she had suitors when she was younger. Damn, why not now? Did you have many suitors when you were younger? The butcher at the corner asked me a few times to be his wife. I couldn't say I was tempted. He had 7 children from his marriage before. I believe he was more attracted to the extra rooms in my house than to me. There's a woman who comes to the door just about every morning. Too many children and not enough food. Sometimes I have a penny or some old stew for her. See, a kind soul, grandma vibes. Suggest the masters might help? Wait, who's the masters? What's the masters? Listen, wait for end of story. Is that not? I'm listening. And this morning, I sat by the fire and didn't go to answer it. After a time, she stopped knocking and just stood sobbing on the doorstep. No, we're not tipping here. Let us focus on something happier. This sounds like a gloomy story. It's a common one. Flirt with her, ask her about her work, tell unnerving stories about meeting Grizz's employer. We're gonna ask about work. Ask if she does anything else besides run the household. I feel like she's gonna say pray or go to church. You don't have any secret businesses besides running the household, do you? The house has been my business a long time now. My father left it to me. He bought it, so I have a good place to live. He didn't want to leave it up to whether I'd find a husband. Good man. What a good man. I'm just off to put my feet up and read the paper. If the rest of you have left any scraps of it, that is. Oh, rude. Decide to court her? No, I have only platonic intentions. Platonic. That is grandma. Have time for one other errand before supper. While Grizz is there? No, I don't want to meet him while Grizz is there. I want quality alone time. Shopkeepers, yeah. It's hard to guess what outfit will best go over in this environment. I'll take the badge off. Let me wear my fake rose. Sure, I really don't know how to do the whole outfit thing. Fake, by the way. For real. I'm satisfied with this. Oh my. What a beautiful lady. She looks like Lucy. Like, now this would be Meg. Meg from Phantom, the blonde. Hello there. Call me Ivy. I flirt with Ivy. Smash. Oh my god, mention claims of heightened disease. Jesus Christ. Damn, it's either, you know, flirt. Hi. Smash. Exactly. What a lady. What a lady. It's either like, you know, flirt with her, cut straight to the point, or like be like, yeah, so have you heard about all the sickness and death and disease that's been going around? No? Just me? You sure you're not contagious? I'm not either. Let's smash. Smash! Let's just go straight to the point. There's something I wish to discuss. Explain that I'm working for the ministry. Sure. I don't have my badge with me, but I'm oh, fuck! I forgot I took it off again. I'm collecting census information for the ministry. I see. Gotta have the fake drip. I really do. Because they didn't say it was like it was hesitant, so I was worried. Try to establish some trust. I favor Ivy with a brief sketch of my own upbringing and family tree. Ivy fits Claret. It's what passed for a joke with my mum. Angle for an explanation. Make no comment on her mother's sense of humor. Yeah, let's find out. Fitz Claret? Like the family of royal bastards, the Fitzclarences. Except less to do with a ducal ancestor and more to do with strong drink. My mom reckoned when I got old enough, I could pick a lie that'd suit me. So long as you live with me, you'll be known for a tart's daughter. No point in hiding it. Okay. Take an interest in her mom. Like, that kind of interest? Or, or, get to know more about her mom, because confused. Laugh? I don't know if this is something you'd laugh at, though. Let's know more about your mom. Is your mom still about somewhere? Oh, she fell with the rest of us. What a sweet daughter. You're gonna be so embarrassed by the name Get Pranked. Literally. Ha! What a troll. One big lol. She says she had a better time of it than most, being that she was already a fallen woman. Damn. Explore the question of her future? Yeah, why not? What's she doing? Are you going to change your name someday? Oh, yes, but not until I have enough saved to move my shop to Ladybones. Mademoiselle Lier de Bordeaux, I'm planning to call myself. All the fashions of Paris, but darker and more marvelous. Yeah, lady after my own heart. She's got it. She's got my mentality. Her voice shifts up. Mark it suddenly. Her pronunciation almost as proper as Grizz's. Give her your last name if you know what I mean. Wait, what is my last name? I don't think I have a last name right now. She's gonna be, whatever her name is. Lottie. Something Wanders. I can sound elegant, but I didn't learn my manners at a finishing school. I worked in the back room of the dressmaker's shop until I was good enough to put in front. Found my way into general parlors and didn't let myself be kicked out of them again. Not 1 in 20 of the ladies I dress could do what I've done. Lottie's maiden something something. Lady Lottie's lady. Simply ask about her household, use a question of flirt. Let's know about her household. Do you live alone? I live back at my mum's place when I'm not working. She's good company unless she's got guests of her own, in which case I stay out late. Fair. One more. Are you married or otherwise connected? There's been a few warm encounters. I'm not the blessed virgin, am I? Row! Row! She's honest, at least. But I don't want a child, nor a man sponging off me. Period. Period, queen. Wow. I'm Ivy's #1 fan right now. One thing about being raised by an old sloop obor. She taught me how to keep it. Unencumbered. Oh no! For a moment, no one speaks. Flirtatiously tease Ivy, ask Ivy about her work, look into Ivy's good for sale. I've already got my page for her, so I guess now it's just whatever. You don't have any other employment than this, do you? Here's the thing about working in the house of fine ladies. They leave their letters lying about and tell themselves you can't read. They gossip about their affairs and fancy that you're deaf. Well, I have a rule, and it shows a generous and charitable spirit at that. First time you forget I've got eyes and a brain, no harm. I shut my minces and I keep my hound slows clamped. But do it again, your secrets are mine, and my secrets are my living. Damn. Damn. Note that I also embrace opportunities when I find them. Remark that it doesn't sound a very reliable enterprise. What is she selling? Secrets? Selling some hot guys? Suggest she'll come to regret this violation of public order. Let's get good with her. Maybe she will know something later on that we need. Good thinking. The owner of a secret doesn't know when it's been stolen. As you could see, better to be able to take an opportunity when it's offered than to make a plan. Plans break. Ah, well, top of Rome for me. Opinion remains to be seen with her. It's getting late, so I'm heading back home. Has my character eaten? I don't think she has. Go down to supper. Oh, look at him. Did you see that woman? The one that came yesterday asking for doctoring? Aye. What should it be but nightmares again? Ask about her complaint. Admit to having all dreams too. Listen quietly. No, I'm gonna know. I want to know what she was complaining about. Who is she? A captain's wife. Her husband was at sea when London came down. She dreams that he comes back to her, but he's nae the same when he does. He's devoted himself to to the Fathom King. I cannot speak, only sing. Could you do anything, love? I've only a dram of laudanum left, and nay more for days. There's fuel enough for the moment if you need to start a new tincture. There's summit else I've been brewing up, so to say, but in case it did not work, He takes something out of his pocket, a lump wrapped in paper or leaves, just long enough for Hortensia to see. Opium. Goodness! Well, wherever you got it, don't let anyone see it before you've had a chance to use it. There's a brief lull in the conversation. Leave a mess for Hortensia. Why would I do that? Keep quiet and neat. Chew diligently. The first few days weren't bad. People had food in their pantries still. Old loaves of bread, leftover joints, roots, and jams. But nothing new was coming into the markets. No new fish, no vegetables for the farms. There are no more mushrooms on my plate. Can we recall the past again? Wait. Okay, then why, if we already did this, then why is it... Different options. There are things I sometimes remember from that night that cannot have happened. Impossible things. If I concentrate, I can recall. Archie searched his books for some precedent. Constable Harjeet checked on us that night. I think Grizz did say something about her family name. Let's go with Archie. Archie's family is in Scotland. Everyone says that only London fell below, but Archie is afraid that something happened to them too. Surprised at you trying to read in this light, Archie. He held up the volume he was pursuing. I thought I remembered there was a bit about the Welsh tornado here, and I was not wrong. Makes an elevating change from your usual reading about Medici poisoners, I suppose? She had caught him a day or so before, reading a history of toxins over the supper table. This had been the subject of quite a few jests since. What is wrong, pray, with trying for a wee bit of knowledge as a druggist? Oh god. Sola dosis facit venenum, as the book said. Nothing's a poison unless you got the wrong amount. Okay. Can we take this stuff to what's his face? No? Cool. Okay, so why do I have a zoom in button? I can talk with Archie before bed. Archie finds me upstairs after dinner. I cannot stop thinking on the Ministry of Cartography. There's something not right there. If you'd let me show you what I'm thinking of. Express criminal enthusiasm. Watch with interest. Express a bit of impatience. The dose makes the poison. I guess so. I freaking guess. Lord knows what he's doing. Concocting stuff. We're gonna watch with interest, because I don't know what he's doing. Please be my guest. You'll see what I have in mind in a moment. It's a way of sorting out my thoughts. When I started, it was to think through a treatment. But it's good for all sorts. Stories, schemes, things that might be true, or things that don't have to be. While he's talking, he's getting out some bits of paper written over in his own handwriting. Watch closely. Learn about creating a story. Welcome to Story Crafting. From time to time, you'll be making stories about things you discover underneath. Sometimes, other people will ask you to bring them a story. They might want a true account, or they might want fiction. Either way, you'll come here to create the story they want. This is a slot. Slots contain the elements of your story. This is a who slot, meaning it can contain a character featured in the story. Select the slot to continue. Hello, I am. Oh! These are all the character tokens you could currently put in the slot. As you meet more characters in the game, you'll gain more options. Select one of the tokens to fill the slot and continue. This one's blinking, so I'll put Archie. Excellent. You can select the slot again to choose someone else if you'd like. Otherwise, let's continue. Characters in the stories you craft here can be driven by motives, and these motives spur them to act. Tokens for actions and motives are represented by fragments of text rather than pictures. Assign a token to both the motive and action slots before you continue. Motive. Had a known purpose? Had a public affair, had a secret affair. Employed in plotting. Secret. Archie, a medicinal student driven by secret unknown motives, carried on a discreet private affair with a lover. This makes no sense, but sure. Not every story is a single hander, of course. Commonly, a second character will feature as a friend or enemy or a victim. Select this slot to continue. Hello? Okay. The second person in your story needs to be different from the first. Notice that the token for the character you first chose is marked with a cross. Okay. Saying to put Grizz, but sure. With his lover, Grizz. Oh! Sometimes two tokens can't be placed together because they don't make sense together. More often you can match based on whatever you've learned about the world. You'll discover the variations in the course of the play. Okay, this is a little random, but okay, I guess. Oh, I missed. Is what Solidus's back Fashit venom means. Ah, clever. I like that translated to correct thing. Feared the other. So she was afraid of Archie. Sometimes you'll be asked for a story where certain elements can't be changed. In that case, the slots will be locked. You can change everything else about the story, but not that piece. Damn, okay. Okay. Put unknown in the slot. Finally, some things you could put an unknown into the slot. That means you think there's another possible answer, but you need to explore the world more to find out what it is. Building a story with some unknown element gives you a hypothesis you can ask the other characters about. Am I making up the story at this point, or... She feared him, but then she obeyed. He had a secret affair with her. He had on purpose took unknown actions. This is very confusing. Possible fear. Yeah, I'm very confused. I'm gonna need a PhD in English to play this game. It's so confusing. It's a lot more confusing than I was ready for. I don't think I'd do a second playthrough, to be honest, but I just want to get through it once. You formed a theory to ask people about when you get a message about a story completed that lets you know what kind of story you built. You can now, I think Grizzle lesbian, but okay, sure. Who am I? Who am I to stop them from being together? I don't know. So it's like I'm a writer of taking people's information, and now I'm just like putting together shit and being like, yes, I want to write this article about them, but I need more info. I just concocted this though. So how true is that? Whenever you're done working on a story, finished or not, you can leave the story crafting board and go and tell the other characters about your idea. I don't think that they would be very happy if I was like, yeah, so I'm writing this weird lovers mystery between the two of you. What do you think? What do you think? I have a friend below that can take what we learn and put it about in the papers. I told him I knew someone that might be able to bring back a few secrets. Oh, the ministry. Playing this game might as well give you a PhD in English, true. So, have you ever heard of fan fiction? AO3, Wattpad, you know? Clarify whether he wants me to spy on my own employer for him. You want to pay me to bring back information about my other employer. I could share some funds, in the spirit of shared enterprise. Here, you have a try. Make me a tale of Mr. Peaches for the papers, eh? I don't want to do that. This is just in fun for the moment. But okay. Londoner? Oh my god, me. Forbade mapping? Hope for power. Hope new Neath changed had an unknown purpose. Protected London was gullible. I hope to protect them. Why are we forbidding maps though? Resisted. Yeah, I don't know his purpose though. Ah! Mr. Pages had purposes both unknown and unknowable. It established a ministry rule for forbidding mapping in the Neath. The typical Londoner rebelled against these commands whenever it was safe to do so. Feeling that Mr. Pages did not mean the city well, it seemed best to create a bit of difficulty for these newcomers who acted as lords and ministers without any right. Okay, sure. Alan says Mr. Pages has an unknown purpose. You made yourself a question, not an answer. There's a use to questions, but you shouldn't bring them to me. Best take them to ask to someone else. Ask Cruz what she thinks Mr. Pages is about, if you're up for it. But for now, let's finish tale we're after. What? Let me try again? Okay. Boom. Okay. Well done. I don't care to have things hidden from me for my own good. It's a tale we could spread to others, wake London's suspicions. Put them on their guard. I could take it to the press. Now you might wonder, what is the purpose of having a scrap of paper? Just to say you don't know. But I use that to mark a question I want to ask. Here. What would you do if you wanted to interrogate someone about why Mr. Pages was up to his ways? Okay. Try it, apparently. Wait, what? If I knew he was up to his ways? It's the same. It is the same. There's an answer, but it's a question we need now. Something unknown you mean to ask when you go out in the town looking for answers. I'm confused. What if I just change it all? Try the unknown purpose. Oh, okay. Okay. You should have just said that then. Can't understand them. Ah, a fine question about what Mr. Pages intends for us all. Make a question like that and you'd be asking folk where Mr. Pages outlawed maps. Same as I asked Grizz yesterday. You've got the way of it. Questions to ask anyone who will reply. Questions ask. Questions to bring to me. If you don't mind giving Mr. Pages all manner of stories about the people that live below, then you can go on with it. But if you'd rather another way to making your bread, you might investigate while you are there. Ask him questions, ask other people questions about him. Find out a thing or two. If you make up the questions you want to ask, you can investigate with anyone who might answer. Earn your pennies helping the citizens rather than those creatures in their blankets. What? What is in their blankets? I'm gonna take some time to think about this. Yeah, you need to let me sleep. Keep quiet and eat for some reason. We're in my room, but okay. We had finished dinner, but okay. Go straight to sleep. Oh my god. I want to deliver my 2 stories to him. How many do I have? 3, 4, 5? I think I need 2 more, right? Another morning, another newspaper. This morning's lies open on the table. Her Majesty's palace shuttered. The royal family remains unreachable. Unreachable. There's all these like extra syllables. It's tripping me out. Build a story. I don't want to build a story. Okay. I'm gonna head outside and go check out wherever he is. While Grizz is absent. Now's our time! Now's our time! Mr. Pages may expect me to turn out my ministry badge on. Yeah, I don't wanna though. Dang it. I'm gonna turn up with my flirty fake rose. The badge will eliminate any expectation of a social visit at any rate. But I don't want to do that. Mr. Pages should accept the drip exactly. I'm gonna try it again. I'm just gonna show up with my flower, and seeing him anyway, I should just be able to give the pages anyway. Give the stuff. Leave me alone. I'm satisfied. Not hard for me to return on my own. Okay, sweet. Mr. Page is at his desk when I come in? Your badge. Is it not misplaced? God damn it. I did not wear it. Next time, wear it. Damn, okay. Do you have anything more? Well, okay. He pays. Now I can pay Horatia. Then it puts a census page in a stack of others much like it. It weighs the stack down with the paperweight. If I look too hard at the paperweight, my eyes sting. This one is of interest. Family facete? Oh my god. Lacking auxority. Help! 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 To Google. To Google we go. Auxority. Okay, that is still not a word. Wait. Uxorious. Excessively fond or of or submissive to a wife? To one's wife? What the fuck? Familificient. The Latin word uxor meaning wife, yeah. Copy. Google Translate. Paste. I have no idea what this means. Okay. Well, we're moving on. Do you have anything more? Nope, that's it. Oh wait, I do have one more. That is not it. This form merits 2 pennies. I got all the deets about Ivy. An exemplarant sample. Her mother is resilient of heart. She herself also. Say I liked her, say I didn't care for her. She's cool. I liked her. Your application of companionate time outside of the ministry is your own. Okay. We do not forbid revisiting the subjects of the census. That is enough of my official duties for the moment. Flirt. Is that a fancy way of saying unfaithful or something? I don't know. It sounded like familial, right? I don't know. W. Riz. I feel I've seen a side of you that other Londoners never see. Your interest in the landscape of the city, your concern for the census, your lexical tastes. None of the other masters keep such a pet. Hello? Hello? Enough of our conversation. Be gone. Ah, just how I like 'em. Cold and broody. I say farewell to Mr. Pages. Pages does not reply at all. How's he gonna talk about pets and then just tell me to be gone? I think I spooked him. It is at times difficult to tell whether Mr. Pages is intentionally ill-mannered or merely has no interest in discovering what the proper etiquette might be. He's just tsundere. Aha! W tased. The hallways outside are hushed, except that if I listen closely, there's a sound like something walking with an uneven gait. Its shoes, or perhaps its toenails, click on a polished floor. There's time to run another errand today. You can't just say there's time for another errand after, like, hearing a creature. Hello? Hello? We're gonna pay her since we have the money to now. She won't mind me in this? Then that's fine. I find Horatia in the basement taking inventory of our supplies. I'm indebted to her. Since the fall, I haven't always had the funds to pay for my room and board. She provided for me anyway. If there's anything to eat, I'm always welcome to join the other lodgers. She's never said a word in front of the other guests. Ah. I don't know why I made her sound like a bird. Mention the shuttering of the palace. Recount the newspaper story. Her Majesty hasn't been seen, blah blah blah. Oh? Few people have turned up claiming to be escaped servants, but it's hard to say whether this is true. I make the story as engaging as I can. Plenty of detail and a fair sprinkling of dramatic pauses. I don't hold with the fall being dredged up and over and with. Living through it was bad enough all on its own. Express relief that London's old ways are gone, move lightly to new topics. Simply drop this topic. New topics! I laugh but let the subject drop. Harjeet says the Baslams' neighbors vanished overnight. They'd be talking of making a run for it, just striking out north and seeing what they found. Not enough to eat around here, it seems. Here you go, here's your rent monies. I believe I owe you something, as a matter of fact. I passed her the coins in a jingling handful. Thank you, you're a kind soul. She scoops the money into the pocket of her skirt. Yay! No more debt! Discover how much more I owe her. What? Brush over that delicate topic. Well, we'll see. Why not? I know that can't cover all of my previous debts. It would be as much again. I admit the rest will have to wait. So another 5 coins? We'll have to do a few more odd jobs first. I'm glad to have this. Paying my back rent? Okay. For a moment, no one speaks. My business is done. The kitchen needs cleaning out. I'll be off. We should be friends. Yeah, I want to be friends with Grandma. My gran. It isn't long until dinner is served. I don't really understand the whole point of building a story and whatnot, but we're gonna eat dinner. Archie's already at the table when I arrive. When he sees me come in, he gives a guilty start and scoops some of his stew back in the tureen. Took more than I'd a right to, but I'd not eaten any yet. Apologies. Say nothing but don't have any stew, sniff at what's in the tureen, shrug and take a bite. I'm too hungry to climb my dinner just because it took a sojourn in someone else's bowl. There was a lass who asked me to come round and look at her brother, a Jewish family. They usually go to their own doctor, but he is out of service, or ran away or something of that ilk. Their own synagogue was destroyed in the fall, so they'd moved to the Tinterground Synagogue. Interesting. Another map. Rachel and David Lando. David has a stomach complaint, chronic. Me too, brother. Me too. Perhaps they have trouble cooking anything palatable. It isn't easy these days with what we have. The sister's a beauty. She wouldn't leave the room while I saw to her brother. What was she doing? Is it usual? What was she doing? Kept watching me while I worked, making notes in her wee book. Felt as I was being marked on my bedside manner. And the brother? Will he live? Oh, aye. For a bit I thought it might be serious. But what he needs is his stomach settled. Man's has gas. He's got gas problems. We're not making too much romance progress, but this story's a little weird too, to be fair. $10 days. I have 10 days to get 2 more stories. That shouldn't be too hard. Quite different from modern Korean/Chinese dating games. Ooh, that would be so fun to do. I want to do some of those. Another morning, another newspaper. But to be fair, I like find obscure games that remind me of like the Victorian era vampires, Phantom of the Opera, like that type deal stuff. They're quite old or weird. This is its own story, I guess. Oh, it is. Archie bought one, and the headlines read: River through London no longer to be known by its former name. Londoners warned of strange creatures emerging from waters. I knew there was a creature. Let's recall some more stuff. Not the furries. They had toenails that tip-tapped on the ground. Reach for another memory out of that jumbled grab bag. There are things I sometimes remember from that night that could not have happened. Glimpsed something in a bit of a mirror. I'm curious. I'm curious. In a mirror, I saw something that wasn't my reflection. A woman who might have been Chinese, though I could not be sure. She sat at a desk in a flooding palace, and the milky water had come level with her knee. She wrote in haste. Her hands were gory with ink. Ink stained and dimmed the firebirds embroidered on her sleeve. The glimpse of me goaded her. The ink bottle, upset, blue and black, bloomed in the flood water. Okay. Alright. Out we go. Let's go to the new place. The badge will eliminate any expectation of a social visit at any rate. Okay. I'm here on business. Business. We've never met before, but I recognize these people anyway from Archie's description. They have to be the Landis, the brother and sister pair. He's been treating David's stomach pains. Ooh, pretty. Wait here, Rachel, or you can stand a bit to the side if you want, wherever you're comfortable. I'll speak to this person. It won't take long. Shouldn't anyway. Good morning. Introduce myself as an acquaintance of Phoebe. Introduce myself as a friend of Archie. Say that we have some common acquaintances. We'll say Archie. My name is Lottie. I have the advantage, I'm afraid. I know of you through a friend of mine, the young doctor, Archibald Reed. He and I reside at the same lodging house. David does not have an answer. Did Dr. Reed send you to us for some sort of message? I suppose I shouldn't call him doctor, as he didn't qualify. He knows we're here, but I don't know what the message would be. We paid his fees. No, I'm here on my own business. He told me you might be here. What can we do for you? The Ministry of Magic has asked me to work on the census. I see. I'll answer your questions, Lottie, if you answer mine. Call it character research. Are you having peculiar dreams down here? Mention that Archie has patience with just this complaint. Admit that I am having peculiar dreams. Refuse to discuss it. Patience. Archie is being called to see people with strange dreams constantly. Does he report them back to you, or better yet, does he keep a ledger? He only gives the outlines. He doesn't give away the secrets of his patients. Commendable. Inconvenient. Go ahead with your questions. Ask what she means about character research. Take census information about David. Take about Rachel. One of them has to be having some funky dreams, I bet. We'll take it from David. Simply ask if he's in love. Use the ask whether... Okay, first one. He doesn't have any commitments. In fact, I would go so far as to say he's utterly without prospects. He stays home and reads. I haven't been well. He warns me of spinsterhood, but he's headed very much in that direction himself. It isn't the same thing at all. I agree, it isn't. I have my work to support myself. My sister is a famous authoress, serialized in the Lily of London, if you can believe it. But what's become of your funds since the fall? You'll have to marry if you don't mean to end your days a pauper, brother. I'll rely on you to support me in my failing years, sister. Okay. For the census, what is your romantic status? Married, betrothed, in love? Oh, not recently. I was in love once, or so I imagined. Charlotte Carringham. She and David had an understanding. Woohoo! We got one! She converted in any case. Becoming Christian suited her social aspirations. Rachel. Yes, I take leave to dislike your unworthy suitors as heartily as you dislike mine. Milton is a yellow-eyed, flash-dressed, hot-handed creature at least 2 decades too old for my sister. Rumors of devils are frequent in the city. Perhaps Milton is one of them. I hardly think he and Charlotte are compatible. Hint for more information about Rachel's unsuitable friend. Yeah, I want some more. Oh dear, the rules of polite society have broken somewhat in the fall, haven't they? Nothing of the sort. He's a devil, or rather he belongs... Oh, excuse me. Excuse me! He's a devil, or rather he belongs to the group using that name. Milton is an artistic inspiration. If you're not a writer yourself, Lottie, you could not guess how much the fall has disrupted our sort of work. Characters have certain tastes, certain preferences, certain prejudices. All I need to do is imagine them in new circumstances, and their reactions write themselves. But now, we've all been at least a little bit cracked by the fall. How does anyone behave? Who could say? You always did say you wrote from observation. You could still observe. Since the fall, there's no pattern in what I see. It is only home that makes sense to me, and I cannot make my whole novel about a brother and sister lighting candles at Shabbat. I don't know how to pronounce that, so sorry. I'm just gonna leave her be. The rest of the world must come into it somehow. Milton helps me sort the rest of the world. He could make sense of anything, even a viscountess running down the street in her peignoir? I've heard that word before, but I don't remember what it means. It's easy to understand a misbehaving viscountess. Everything else is stranger. Let me say, Lottie, Milton smokes rose-scented cigars. Milton better not be our employer. He helps me. Take Rachel and Milton's side? Encourage David to further gossip? Huh. Tell me more. Tell me more. Goodness, really? Milton quotes poetry instead of making conversation. What does that signify? Milton carries in his breast pocket a jar of honey with a tiny spoon. Plenty of men of fashion behave that way. There's more of the census to do. Okay, so she's not in love. Milton is only a friend. Just as well, too. In the times of horror, you would never have darkened the door of such a person. With a ready listener, David talks about the life he had before the fall and hopes to have again. There was a steady busyness which presented him with challenges, in which his caution and tendency to doubt were an asset. In his stories, his partners and relatives are sometimes swindled or tricked, but David himself rarely falls to prey to that kind of misadventure. His arrangements appear to have been quietly successful, and I have the impression that his friends thought highly of his good sense. We must be going, we're already late. Everything is always running too slowly and every day is the same. You've set loose one or two ideas, for which I certainly owe you something. She produces a card and hands it to me. It provides her address and guidance to reach it. Ooh! We got their house. Goodbye, then. Decide to court her. Platonic. Okay. All right. So we got two more, so that should be good, right? It's afternoon. Let's go here. Oh, Grizz is here though. It's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna take this off. How do I? Oh, that'll do. Watches our arrival intently, gleaning something from the fact that we've come together. We require more stories for the bazaar. Our current catalog is too small. Too small. Far too small. We have all the romantic accounts from the census. Too short. Too self-similar. A person was married, then widowed. A person fell in love, was rejected, and married another. Where is the screaming in such an account? Turn the moment to humor. They're English, Mr. Pages. When they wish to scream, they say that they were quite put out. Besides, if you want more colorful stories, there are the novels. London's novels have been disappointing. Promise to make appropriate arrangement with Rachel. Apply. Mr. Pages has led poorly. Blame Grizz for the lack of progress. Ask Grizz what we should do. What she would do. We'll work with her. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I can assist with this. Let me make the necessary introductions. I know where to find the Landos. A visit to Rachel Lando will produce more of what Chris is looking for. Okay. Do you have anything more? Yes, I do. Like, I just saw them, but that's fine. 2 pennies, heck yeah. At this rate I can pay what's her face again? Horatio. Hortensia? What have I been calling her? Doesn't find much interest in the account of Rachel's romantic life. It is much more intrigued by her employment. Ah, the authoress. We must hope she is proliferant. Do you have anything more? Yes. I've got used to the transaction now. There are 7 forms thus far. This should be commemorated. Grizz has suggestified. Oh my god, I'm living in Wicked. That the agents of the ministry should appear respectable. Moreover, that black is a respectable color of clothing. I have obtained an article. It was not made with Mr. Vale's wares. I hope this will not give offense. Mr. Vale should not be given the measure of you. Black coat. Suitable for funeral processions and the attendance of graves. Wearing it makes me more conscious of grim truths, but also better able to lend comfort. It seems he cares for his sister more than for any other. Nonetheless, his affections are prolific. There's some promise in that. That's enough of my official duties for the moment. You will go home now. I render my thanks and good wishes to all parties and bow myself out. Smash. Court! I look at Mr. Pages with unmistakable longing. Oh! Grizz laughs. Ah! Interesting. So that was it? I just made a move? I made a move and what happened? Horatio sets the dinner soon afterward. Okay, okay, interesting. Can I... Oh, I've already done that, excuse me. Yay! I now have a fit. A very shitty fit, but I have a fit. So what's this with building a story? Okay. We're going to supper. Oh, wow. I thought I smelled a stew. The pot's on the table, laddie. Sit where you like. Ask what's in it. More likely to... Yeah, what is in it? Looks like squid or octopus. If you judge just by the flavor, it'll be a chewy type of fish. Makes a change from mushrooms. That goes for you too, Miss Griselda. There's a stew ready if you're hungry. Flatter her, let Grizz say whatever she's burning to say. Yeah, let her say what she wants. You went fishing? It was a gift from someone I treated for gripe. The masters warned me against eating things from the river. I'm not sure it was the river he caught it from. Why? What did he tell you? He didn't tell me anything. Interesting. I don't like how this is going. Is this like a creature or... Let her speak. He had the meat in a big bag, a very big bag, and stained dark. I made him swear it wasn't human before I'd take it. To judge by the fishy smell, it wasn't. Okay, let's just eat it. We don't need to know. We're at hard times. We'll just eat. Yeah, we'll just go to sleep. Another morning, another newspaper. The headlines today read: Masters announce increased biscuit rations for hungry Londoners. If I'm not too occupied otherwise, I can always ask my friends and acquaintances whether there's anything they need from me. They may have some additional tasks for me. Recall. Okay, what else? Storm, long before the fall. They're giving me like new options down here, and I'm curious. The memory of lightning flashes, and the memory of rain covers my face, and I'm back above in a summer downpour. All the horses and their riders huddled under the rail bridge, and the saplings bent to kiss the soil. Not just any summer, but a June evening when I was 15. And though I have not thought of it since, and though I will never see the like again, that storm for a moment is truth itself, and our present cavern is embarrassed to be seen through an illusion. Okay. Sniffer, sniffer. Sniffer, sniffer. What kind of smell? Wow, I smell like I need to blow my nose. This is what I smell like. Sniffer. Sniffer, sniffer. What kind of smell? Like potatoes. You smell like a yummy potato. No, it's a good thing. I like potatoes. I've been obsessed with potatoes. They're like a safe food for me. Oh, sorry, she tweaked out. Potatoes and bread. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get through a little bit more. I probably won't be able to finish all the rest of the days here tonight because I'm getting very hungry, but so Jean-Paul got here for home. If someone doesn't like potatoes, I don't trust them. There, they're pretty good, pretty solid, like food. You can make them a lot of different ways. Why is there a heart here? Oh yeah, pay her. Speaking of hunger, I'm going to lurk while I cook and clean. Okay. Sounds good. Needed to get my sniffer in. Fair. Satisfied with this. I just want to bone apple teeth. Ah. Yeah, my tummy's getting real hungry right now. That's so nice. I can give you a growl. I can't really give you a bark right now because my throat's hurting. I can give you a tiny one. Bah, bah. Bah, bah. Rah, rah. Rah. Here, lady, take your change. I got interviews to do. Rar XD moment. Rar. Rar XD nuzzles ooh woo pounces on you. Ow, my tummy. My tummy didn't like that. Thank you for the hydrate. Had to spend all your points. Is that all you have? I swear you. Ew woo. Ew. Unlocked a core memory. That's what I think of every time I see the ooh woo. And rar. You know all that song by heart. Ha. Degen. Degenerate. Kidding. Unfortunately. Okay, I'm telling her that the biscuit rations are smaller and more pricey, I think. I just want to pay you. I just want to pay you. Please, lady, I'm hungry. Biscuits sound good too right now. Biscuits. Warm biscuits. Why do I do this to myself? Ah! Turn to the price of mushrooms. Why is everyone eating mushrooms? Difficulty of finding fuel. Okay. Here's your money. That's nice blah blah money. Thank you for your help. I'm grateful you gave me so long. It's what we do here. What a nice lady. Woohoo! Goal complete. Offer Horatio my friendship. Finish this conversation. Offer friendship. I'd love to be friends. I see you as one of my closest friends. I have a lot of people in my life who are friendly. The butcher, the neighbors, my lodgers, half the parish of St. Albans. You want to matter in my life in a different way to that, you need to work alongside me. Maybe don't even think of it as rent. Maybe contribute the way you would to a family household. That's what I need and don't have, and I know not everyone's got that to offer. Oh my god, what did I just see? What's happening? Extra nuzzles bounces on you. Ooh, you so warm. Couldn't help you. Couldn't help but notice your I can't do it. That is diabolical. time to cook my brain to forget that. Please. Please do. I couldn't finish it because all I could think about was me getting clipped for that. No, no way. You go lurk in the shadows. That's what I need and don't have. I know that everyone's got that to offer. Admit that's probably more than I can do. I will promise to do better. Haven't always done that, I know. I know people need looking after and I don't hold that against them. And for a while, you weren't ready to look after yourself after that fall. That's okay. We all had a bad time. Then I'd like to be friends. She offers me a handshake. Do I go for the hug? I'll shake her hand. I don't know her that well, I guess. Take her hand. It's a firm grip, a promise to look after me, and a pledge to hold me to my own promises. I'd best go tidy the parlor. I made a friend! Emulate Horatia's generosity and her protection of our own. I'm in no hurry to change what we are now. Sure, the first. She protects her own. She gives away whatever anyone needs from her. And she keeps a tight circle of people who matter to her most. This is what I want to be myself. Don't stare. It gives me the fidgets. Ah. Made her a tad bit uneasy there. Yeah, let's do our other goal, I think. Wonder what Orlando would make of my current garb. I mean, I don't know. Am I on official business? I don't know. It's not really specific. This is fine. They'll just have to suck it up. Miss Linda, may I introduce my friend Miss Griselda? Grizz. She heard about your writing and asked for an introduction. Oh, do you read my work, Grizz? I never read novels. I have more pressing demands on my time. I don't understand why you've come. Sweet! Tactfully explain what Grizz needs. Rudely explain that Grizz needs stories to feed into the mall. Let Grizz try to handle it. Can I just leave her to fend for herself, or do I kind of help out here? I'll help, maybe. Grizz is an avid reader in need of supply. We thought they might particularly appreciate your gifts. How kind of you. My employer would like to pay you to produce stories more quickly. My hands only go so fast. We could provide a secretary supplies. I'm not sure what a person in your situation might need. I can see that. Did you own those trousers before the fall? I bought them after all. Afterward. They're well tailored for secondhand goods. You didn't do that yourself, I think. Use the moment to flirt with Grizz. Let Grizz interpret on her own. Draw swift conclusions about them both. We'll let her interpret it herself. If you have menial household duties you need to set aside, we could hire. I can afford my own seamstress, I thank you. We stay away from the point of our meeting. We stray away from my bum. Miss Lando, what consumes your working time? attending social events until something inspires a return to my desk. Some muses inspire, mine exasperates. But those activities produce what? A list of incidents, alphabetical, to be included in the coming chapters. Characters today. Florinda in her brother's cast-off superfine trousers. She's tried to discard her society accent, but she wears gold links in her cuffs. I didn't come here to be a literary model. If you want me to write more, it's the best thing you could have done. London's circulating libraries and magazines hold tales by the thousand. Your masters commandeer whatever they wish. I don't understand your difficulty. I don't even know who the masters are. What are the masters? Why would I defend them if I don't know what they are? I'll just side with her so that she will come and do the stories. Maybe. You're not the only one to ask such questions. Their intentions are hard to read. We've brought books by the wheelbarrow, new and old. Hi, Fox. So that's your real voice? I guess. I feel like I always sound the same. But hello, hello. Nonetheless. I think my voice kind of ranges down here. Up here and really cracked out! I don't know, it's all over the place. It really is. Our reader, and there is one particular reader, has rejected everything Pages has brought to him. We will pay for every chapter on the love of Neath-dwelling Londoners. My compatriot Lottie will help you. Say I won't help, accept the assignment. Helping Rachel might be preferable to census taking. Yeah, I'll help her, sure. I would be glad to do so. I need a plot about how my heroine recovers from her betrothal to someone left behind on the surface. Just the skeleton of how it happens. I can do the rest. If you could contrive a way for her to end the business, that would be very welcome. All of my thoughts have proven insipid. Okay. We only want the tales. And the niece's heart blood. I accept, if that only means taking an extra payment for work I already do. I promise nothing. You've allowed us to provide a certain incentive. After Rachel sees us out, we have a thoughtful walk home. Grizz is silent with her thoughts for a good part of it. If she had any turn for politics, what a politician she would make. Though, of course, they'd never swear her in. But imagine her speeches. Oh, decide to speed along connection between Grizz and Rachel. And they were roommates. Yes. She is an extraordinary person. Ask neutrally whether Grizz has feelings for Rachel. Ask no questions. Okay. Yeah. If I may ask, do you have feelings for Rachel? There's nothing to tell, I believe. Damn it. Why can't they just like each other? Horatio sets the dinner soon afterward. Do we get more mystery meat? Build a story? Ah. The spoilt beauty had lost her betrothed in the fall of London. He is believed to be traveling in France. The spoilt beauty had begun to fear she would never see him again. Meanwhile, they somehow came to her social circle. Wow, I'm struggling. An unknown did something to the spoilt beauty. The spoilt beauty did something in response. Okay. Let's figure it out. Plot for Rachel to get her heroine out of a ruined engagement. So, someone, let's say... Oh, no, not her. Let's say Archie. Meanwhile, the doctor somehow came to her social circle. He had hoped for... Planned to open a shop, maybe? Doctor found a place not already too crowded with tailors. Regretted the lost status. He confessed feelings, dressed astonishingly, suggested an affair. Sure. Expressed disapproval. Accepted. I have no idea how this is going. Oh my goodness. Outcome. Regrets nothing. Struggle with regret. And then has a happy friendship. Is happily in love. Has nightmares. Is inspired. Sure. It's quite interesting. Spoiled Beauty had lost her betrothed in the fall of London. He was thought to be in France. There was no hope of reunion. The Spoiled Beauty had lost her brilliant alliance, and yet society expected her not to accept any other suitor out of faithful devotion. The position was intolerable. Meanwhile, the doctor had recently come to the neighborhood in the hope of establishing a tailoring business. A doctor found a place not already too crowded with tailors. The Spoiled Beauty found herself mentioning the doctor in conversation rather more frequently than necessary. Okay. All right. Supper time. Eat up, Archie. Aren't you always warning us about the lack of nutrition? Ah, I'm sorry, Horatia. You've cooked it as well as anyone could do. No need to tell me that. What are you brooding on, then? It's thinking on my mother. If she thinks I was killed, it'll be terrible for her heart. Ooh, my clothes mean something. Invent a comforting theory? Reassure Archie. Point out the good he's doing here for someone else's mother. Let's reassure him. I'm certain your mother will not have given up on you. It has only been a few months. Thank you. Say I get out of this hole in the ground at last and all the way back up to Glasgow and find she's passed of grief before I get there. Positively Greek. I've told you before, you should ask Grizz to help you. Ask me for what? I've told you before, I can't set off the masters. They can't be doing little favors here and there and everywhere. Do you know how many people live in London? No. My duck, I don't. Oh, that's so cute. No, my duck, I don't. Nor do you either. or you wouldn't need this census. My mother begged me not to come all the way to London. She said I could study just as well in Glasgow. Or if I had to go away, then nae further than Edinburgh. There's plenty of physicians there training. It was me that chose to put the distance. Well, we just found out why he came so far from home. Just give him a hug. A friendly hug. Archie gives my shoulder a squeeze. There's a brief lull in the conversation. Make sure to help clear the dishes after eating. Yes, because we're friends with Horatia now. When the meal is over, I give her a hand cleaning up. Good of you, my friend. Yes, Grandma, yes! Let's review. Help Rachel plot her next story, craft a plot novel. I think I've done that, but okay. Bring Archie theories about ministry, continue census for the whole neighborhood. Interview someone for census information. Okay. Okay. Another morning newspaper. This morning's lies open on the table. Marchioness accused of liaisons with squid-faced men. Rumors of octopod heir to the Marquisate. Keist. Sorry, word. Squid people. Is that a choose your own story or is it a linear plot? I think it is. That's a good question. I wish I knew. It's like kind of romance, kind of mystery based. I think your choice kind of depends, you know? Yeah, your choice kind of affects the storyline and there are goals that you have. So I'm sure there's an overall linear story, but like your relationships with people might change, you know, how it ends and such. Who knows? If I'm not too occupied otherwise, I can always ask my friends and acquaintances whether there's anything they need from me. They may have some additional tasks for me. I reach for another memory out of that jumbled grab bag. There are things I sometimes remember from that night that cannot have happened. Impossible things. If I concentrate, I can recall. Okay. Horatio and Grizz talked while the sun didn't rise. Sure, we'll do it with that one. They're very sweet creatures, really. I shouldn't have used the word plague. I agreed that bats are harmless. They don't pose a threat. We had some in the attic of the old house. Too high up for me, but servants complained. They didn't like the sound of them rustling around up there. Shouldn't it be sunrise now? The clock fell off the shelf. I don't know what time it is. Damn. Okay. Wait, what's going on here? Ooh, take the census with Grizz, but I'm kind of curious. Continue my romance, Mr. Pages. I'm curious. I just want to see. Perfect outfit. I mean, I'm not there on business, so it's fine. 'Tis fine. The more often I visit the neighborhood of the bazaar, the more it seems unlike any other part of London. When I try to imagine where it might have come from, my mind halts. If I can guess, I find I don't want to. You have misplaced your emblemat. It badges that you are not a foodstuff wandering the bazaar. Foodstuff? Wait a second. Do not present yourself on the hoof again without it. I mean, okay, God. You do not appear to have brought any amplipleated forms with you. Perhaps the nature of the job was not made clear. Oh my God, he's so harsh. Sorry, I promise I'll do better. Some other cities should have been fifth. Manners in Paris are said to be more exequacious. I've been thinking of you. Ah! How delicious you are, friend. Grace has given rudiments of your extraction only. At your convenience, we desiderate a fuller genealogy. I beg your finest pardon, sir. It looks at me as though expecting that I will immediately sit at a desk and a pen memoir. Okay. Boast of the fine people I helped dress, talk about the inventive side of tailoring, invent a story of my elevation. We're gonna invent a story. Because that's the rose we have on right now. I used to dine with Lord Palmerston before the fall. He consulted me on the matters of the state confidentially. Mr. Pages may have hoped to hear something else. God damn it! Try kissing! Why not? I have anticipated for some time. Mr. Pages looms closer. Certain difficulties present themselves. You will stand on the chair. I will elevate you. Help! I'm too short. He called me short. It reaches out to pick me up. Nose is too strange. I can live with us being differently sized. There's an appeal in feeling so light. There is. I'm so tiny. Mr. Pages lifts me up and places me standing on the chair. Then it dips its great head. Oh! Its kisses are multi-part, complicated matters, as polysyllabic as its words. Polysyllabic. It grows hungrier. Is it going to eat me enough? As do I. I kind of think that, what's it called? The squid guy from Baldur's Gate. I think that's what he is. I forgot what it's called. He's not a squid guy. Wait. I feel like he looks like the Mind Flayer. It grows hungry, as do I. Enough? I'm gonna say as do I. Lean into the kiss. Its mouth is warm and its teeth are sharp. Oh no. But it does not hurt me. It must take considerable care not to hurt me, in fact. Ask about our future together. Turn the subject to its life and business? I feel like this one's too soon, but then again, it was kind of awkward and soon for me to be like, yes, I'm gonna kiss you now. And it just went with it. Talk about future. The young fall quickly. One forgets. You will recover, slowly or not. You will disentangle your heart again. Ask whether this is all another project to collect love stories, determined to drive it mad with unsatisfied longing for myself. Ask if he's toying with me. Was this no more than a game for you? A practicum. An experimentalence. It pauses. The experiment required sincere appetite. Hello? Was he just hungry? Oh no, what happened? Oh, that was it. I guess he just kicked me out. Okay, well... well... I'm very confused. Take Rachel my latest plot work. Yes. Baldur's Gate 3 early. I've not played the game yet, sadly. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I need to get back to playing it on stream. I kind of want to play Dragon Age. That seems more fun. Like, not so tabletop front, like bird's eye view. Oh, good afternoon. I'll see whether my master and mistress are at home. I don't think I'm wearing the right thing, not to. Here's the work that I did. I think I have the old Dragon Age on the Xbox 360. Whoa. Is it good? Did you play it? Did you like it? Begin to explain my proposed plot. From there, I go on to speak about the ending. I admit, I hadn't pictured her having any gifts of that kind. But if I sent her into the company of artists and poets, it would open a new vista of social embarrassment. The possibilities are rich. Grizz and her employer may like this one too. I have something for you. I don't know whether you'll care for it, but if you don't, it probably has some slight value. It was a gift, but for various reasons, I don't quite dare wear it myself. I believe it's of devil make. She fishes in her bag and pulls out a gleaming piece of brass jewelry strangely made. Oh, a fork! A sort of fork. It shows my allegiance to my yellow-eyed friends. I love having yellow-eyed friends. Rachel adds a proper payment. Think Rachel simply don't mention it. Thank you. Think nothing of it. There's more of it if you can take it on from that point. I'll have some work to do, putting flesh on all these bones. And there are some points of motivation that I may alter slightly. But it can be used. It can certainly be used. Goodbye. Bye, lady. Do make free use of our address, by the way. I would be glad of the company. Accept and plan to befriend Rachel? Okay, sure. I'll stop by sometime. Do not leave it too long. I have exhausted all the entertainment to be had in the foibles of our own household. I'll just joke that I can bring friends. Only say the word and I'll bring around a parable, unsuitable company. I have met no end of peculiar persons. Oh, do tell. I know of a dressmaker of possibly questionable morals, as do I. Is it Ivy Fitzclarret, as she calls herself? Or have you found some other dressmaker? I thought they might have all been killed in the fall. There's such a dearth of tailoring. It is the same person. Alas, you'll have to provide any entertainment yourself in that case. At all events, do come. Rachel does look grateful. It's time to go home, so I can go like 1 or 2 places, and that's it. The day's over. Sadly. Why build a story? Do we not develop a plot about the herons? Herons? She's a bird? Heroine's artistic career, I think. Develop a plot about the heroine's artistic career. Okay, so she will be meeting Horatia. Aspired to art, and she hoped for. Let's change it maybe. This David hoped for vengeance. Motive, action, she composed poetry, and he promoted it widely. Okay, hope for well. We're changing it up. As happy with the muse, as famous as infamous, miserably alone. And he regrets nothing. Tragic ending? Yes, I think so. I think so. Supper time! The priest is here. Hello, Reverend Withernwick. A pleasure to see you. Are you well? In tolerable health, I'm glad to say, Miss Chapman. And you? I think I am not acquainted with all your lodgers. Try to draw personal connection, given that my family were tailors. Bond over our shared difficulties. Sure, why not? Noddy. Theophilus Withernwick. It is a Yorkshire name. Time was when I would not have intruded on a stranger. Down here, seems like any human companionship is welcome. If you come about blankets, I've already brought everything I had spare. No, this is on a more serious matter. Just after morning prayer, I was approached by a woman, and not the first time. Break in and tease him. Catch Chris's eye. Grumble about the interruption. Dinner. I'll tease. I'll tease. How shocking. Approached by a woman. A priest approached by a woman? Uh-huh. For a second, or dare I say it, even a third time. I'm sure you're considered quite the catch in the parish, Reverend. No, no. This woman had no amorous intent. She was a deviless. She had yellow eyes, and her touch burned like fire. She did not try to hide what she was. Did she have anything to hide? Maybe she did not think that an illness could be taken as a sign that she'd come from hell. My dear woman, she asked for my soul. She asked for my very soul. Suggests that hell exists nearby. Calmly accept the devils go around asking for people's soul. Riff on the amusing implications. I'm gonna laugh at him. Because what? Ha! You cannot believe that, surely. Only in London are people allowed to behave like you. He just said I was rude. He called me rude. Disbelieve me if you must, but I urge you, do not give a deviless anything she asks. Why all mayordomos looks the same? He is similar to Alfred from Batman. Well, he's not a butler, he's a priest. He's a reverend, a priest, like a holy guy. Jesus God, that kind. Oh, butler, that's the word. Yeah, he's not the butler. That made me laugh. I still don't understand, my dear Reverend, what she could possibly do. Surely our souls don't get handled on like calling cards. Here, in this forsaken cavern, perhaps they do. I mustn't wait any longer in any case. I only stopped to warn you. Beware of those yellow-eyed creatures. Grant them nothing they ask. Well, I'm pretty sure I smooched one earlier. Sweet, now we have the church unlocked, so we can go and interview him. I'm helping clean up. Yeah, we're gonna go straight to sleep. Seven days remaining season of confessions. Okay, so it just saved, so London swallowed whole by Leviathan. Sermon on the wrath of an angry god. I'm not too occupied otherwise. I can always ask my friends and acquaintance whether there's anything they need from me. Whether they may have additional tasks for me. I feel like there's so much to do that the countdown for time is just not enough that they're having. But yeah, I think we'll have to continue this another day. So I can't, I think I think it already saved, so we're good. So yeah, tomorrow will be ASMR. I'm thinking it would just be traditional ASMR, like no gameplay. Unless it's pretty quiet, then I usually am like, okay, we're gonna have some gameplay in the background. You know? But let's see if we can raid out to someone. Thank you, Foxy. Hopefully see you tomorrow for some ASMR. I do. It's always lovely to see you. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. I enjoyed that. I think there's a lot to unpack in that game that I'm just not hitting, so I might have to do some research and such. But nonetheless, there's like 7 more days in it until it inevitably ends, and whatever happens. I did not understand anything, honestly. That's okay. That's okay. Completely okay. Let's raid out to Ahina, sure. I think. I didn't do my thing again. So... but if you're following, then you can do the what you call it, the little raid message. I need to, like, remember. It's delivering roses from your leading lady, and then you can just put some roses around it. But yeah, thanks for hanging around. Thank you so much, Harry. Thanks for being here. Brain is on the shutdown. Fair. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat and get cozy. Snuggle in. But let's raid out. Bye.
Roll off my desk and I scare my bird. Lottie! Lottie dottie doo! I'm so sorry. I should get banned for that.